So is there anywhere I can drop you off?
The next steepest cliff will do just fine.
Wow, I didn't expect that. So was that an accident back there? Or did you mean to drive straight off a cliff?
I don't want to talk about it. I just need to rest my eyes for a sec. You can drop me off wherever's easiest for you.
I'll take you to see my father. He'll give you a bed and a meal, and then you can be on your way. You haven't said a word in 5 miles. Most people are at least a little chatty after they cheat death. Shock, maybe?
Not shock. Just disappointed the silence didn't last longer.
Usually, I get a thank you before the attitude, but seeing what you just went through, I'll forgive you.
I didn't ask for you to pull over, Ava.
Trust me, I could tell you needed help. You had that look. The kind of look where a man's been running for so long he forgot what started the race. My father calls it spirit sickness.
Your father sounds like a philosopher, or a shrink.
Neither. He's the man who runs the place I'm taking you, Master Ren. He's a man of peace, but he knows how to handle a stray.
I'm not a stray. I'm just a used-up piece of equipment. Name's Graves, John Graves. The military was my family until the shell shock made me a liability. I came back to a country that didn't even give me a thank you. Instead, it just wanted the rent I couldn't pay. From the front lines to a street corner, working for lowlifes just to eat. Trust me, Ava, there's no place left for me in this world. I'm just looking for a quiet spot to finish the ride.
You're carrying a lot of ghosts, John. Don't bring them into my father's house unless you're planning on burying them.
I've tried burying things. They have a habit of digging themselves back up.
Then you aren't digging deep enough. We're almost at my father's place. You can rest there for the night. Then you're on your way. Welcome to the Iron Lotus, John. My father has spent 40 years perfecting these grounds. Every stone has a place, and every path leads to a lesson.
I've seen fortresses, and I've seen gardens, but I've never seen them blended like this. It's spotless. Do you actually live here, or is it just for show?
I've lived within these walls since I was a child. To us, there is no beauty without discipline. Come, Master Ren is likely in the inner sanctum, and he doesn't appreciate guests who linger at the threshold.
Lead the way. I'll try not to scuff the floor.
You're late, Ava, and you brought a storm into my house.
Father, I found this one at the edge of the cliff. His car is a wreck. I think his spirit is in even worse shape.
Look, I didn't ask for a tour. I just need a phone and a way out of here by morning.
Out of here? I can sense that you've spent your whole life trying to get out. Out of the crime, out of the memories, out of your own skin. But you are still here. The wolves didn't take you tonight because there is too much iron in your blood and too much fire in your head. Your body survived the impact, John, but your spirit is still back in that wreckage, screaming.
Father, look at him. He doesn't want to be found. He wants to disappear.
Sometimes we must disappear to be found. Stay for one cycle of the moon. If the silence hasn't spoken to you by then, I will drive you to the city myself.
Why? You don't know me. I've done things. I'm not exactly temple material.
The temple is not for the pure, John. It is for the broken. A bowl that is already whole cannot be mended. Yours is in pieces. That makes it interesting. Ava, please show him the guest quarters and give him some blankets. Come, John. Have some tea with me.
I'm not usually a tea kind of guy.
Something tells me this morning isn't your usual kind of morning at all. Tea can be good for the soul.
Listen, I appreciate the bed, but I don't think you can help me any more than that. I'm not here for a soul-searching journey. I'm a lost cause, Ren. Always have been. Everything I try to do fails. Save the lessons for someone who actually has a future.
No one has a future or a past. They are just thoughts and memories in your mind. All that exists is now. But enough of that. Let's have some tea.
Hey, stop. It's full. Can't you see it's overflowing?
Like this cup, you are full of your own opinions, your own sorrows, and your own warrior's pride. How can I show you the way until you first empty your cup?
I spent a decade being told what to do by people who think they're smarter than me. I don't have room for more wisdom.
Exactly. You are heavy with the past. To quiet the mind, you must first acknowledge that the noisy thoughts are not you. They are just noise.
What's this? A rule book?
This is not a book of rules. It is a map of a soul that was once as restless as yours. Munkey was a king, a fool, and a demon before he became a sage. Read the first tale tonight. Don't try to understand it. Just let it sit in the wreckage of your thoughts.
And if I can't quiet the noise, my head, it doesn't have an off switch.
Then do not fight the noise. If you fight the waves, you drown. If you dive beneath them, there is stillness. Close your eyes, John. Don't try to think of nothing. Just listen to the mountain. It has been sitting here for 1,000,000 years, and it isn't in a hurry. Why are you?
He's going to use those pages to light a fire, Father.
Perhaps, but it is better to burn from the inside out than to freeze in the dark. Leave us, Ava. John needs to learn the hardest lesson of all: how to sit still.
Quiet the mind. What's the point? This is useless. I'm never going to get this.
Good morning. Did you sleep well?
Not really, but that's the usual for me.
Did you read some of the book my father gave to you?
Yeah, a little. I don't know if he thought I would like it, but it seems to be a bunch of self-help BS. Your father, he's got a lot of tricks. The tea, the riddles, the book. Does he ever just act normal? Or is he too busy playing the master?
He isn't playing, he lives it. You think he's just some monk who likes the quiet? He took me in when the whole world had a reason to turn its back, including my own mother.
Because he's a good man. I get it.
No, you don't. When I was born, my mother was terrified. She was young and the town was traditional. To save herself from the shame, she pointed at the gate of this temple and told everyone Ren was the father.
He let her get away with that?
The whole town came to this door. They were screaming, calling him a liar, a hypocrite. They literally threw me at him in a bundle of rags. He just looked at me, then at them, and said, "Is that so?" That was it. He didn't argue. He didn't defend his honor. He just took me in and raised me.
He just accepted the lie?
For a year, he was a disgraced man. He lost every student he had. Then, my mother couldn't live with the guilt. She came back and confessed to everyone that he was innocent. The townsfolk came back here, bowing, crying, asking for my mother to have me back.
And what did he do?
He looked at the crowd, then at her, and said, "Is that so?" He handed me over without a single word of anger. But she couldn't handle the responsibility. She left me here again a month later and never came back. Ren just picked me up and started over. So when he tells you to empty your cup, John, don't roll your eyes. Show some respect for the man who says, "Is that so?" to the world's garbage.
Most people I know, they spend their whole lives trying to prove they're right. They'd burn the whole world down just to make sure everyone knew they were the victim. To just say, "Is that so?" and keep walking. I don't think I've ever been that strong, not even with a rifle in my hands.
Good morning. You look like a man who has been arguing with the wind, John. Did your talk with Ava provide the answers you were seeking, or only more questions?
It provided perspective, but perspective doesn't stop the noise. I tried what you said, the breathing, the sitting still, but it's useless. My head is a riot. The harder I try to quiet it, the louder the voices get.
That is because you are treating your mind like an enemy to be conquered. You cannot force stillness, any more than you can force this tree to grow faster by pulling on its branches.
And what am I supposed to do? Just let the chaos win?
Come. I want to show you the difference between doing and allowing. Follow me. Sometimes nature explains things better than I can. Look at the water. It is wavy, cloudy, restless. If you wanted to calm the waves and see the bottom, what would you do? Would you reach in and try to smooth the water with your hands?
No, that would just make it worse.
Precisely. When you try to wipe the waves away, you only create more waves. You do not make the water calm and clear, John. You simply sit back, observe, and let it be. With patience, the water calms itself, and when the dirt settles, you can see the bottom. When the mind settles, you can see the truth.
But the dirt is still there, isn't it? At the bottom. It doesn't just disappear.
It does not. We do not get rid of our past, John. We simply give it a place to rest, so it no longer clouds our vision.
Huh. I never thought of it that way. Just sit back and observe the noise, and allow it to rest. For the first time in as long as I can remember, the screaming in my head is finally beginning to quiet. Maybe I found a place to rest for a while. In the following weeks and months, I learned to find balance and stillness. I studied the old ways, trying to understand a strength that didn't come from a trigger. Every day, I ran. And I breathed. Breathing was the foundation, but Ren taught me that a true warrior knows how to maintain inner stillness, even during the mayhem.
No, John. Forms don't win fights. Reality isn't rehearsed. Now show me the kind of man the army built. Let's see what kind of punch you have. Now hit me. You'll have to do better than that. Now let's see if you can hit a moving target.
Master Ren didn't just teach me how to fight. He taught me humility. He showed me that my anger made me predictable, and my ego made me slow. Even Ava would keep me on my toes. She didn't care about my past. She only cared about my focus on the now. The bruises were just part of the journey. Slowly, Ava began to trust me, and I began to trust her. Our walls started coming down. The soldier was disappearing, and a new person was taking his place. My movements became my own. I wasn't fighting the ghost of who I was anymore. I used to think of my body as a machine, something to be pushed, used, and repaired. But the yoga, the meditation, it taught me that my body is a bridge. When you stop fighting your own muscles, you stop fighting your own mind. The tension didn't just leave my shoulders, it left my soul. I wasn't a soldier or a criminal anymore. I was finally whole. The seasons changed and so did I. But peace is easy when the sun is out and the tea is warm. The real test comes when the air turns cold and the world starts to shake the leaves from the trees. I had to learn that the storm isn't something to hide from. It's something to invite in. I stopped fighting the river of life and learned to weather the storm. I stopped trying to control the current and learned to go with the flow. Winter at the temple wasn't just about survival. It was about moving past the pain. In that biting cold, you learn a hard truth. You aren't the body. You aren't even the mind. You're just the awareness behind it all. Watching. Ava and I, we stopped being two strangers hiding from the world. We became two parts of the same flow. We trained until the ice didn't feel cold anymore. Until the mountain didn't feel steep. 3 years of silence. 3 years of peace. But peace is a fragile thing. And the world I left behind isn't the same world anymore.
And that was the new age tribal hit, A Flute's Morning, the latest track from Akash Gandhi. Stick around, we've got more hits coming up after the hour. But first, let's check the mid-morning headlines.
In market news, Neurodyne Defense Systems, NDS, is trading at an all-time high today. This follows their announcement of a massive breakthrough in AI-integrated quantum computing. A spokesperson for NDS called it a pivotal turning point, claiming the tech will revolutionize medical recovery for both soldiers and civilians, healing trauma and physical injury at unprecedented speeds. NDS CEO
Did you hear that?
Marcus Thorne
Remarkable
stated in a press
speeds.
conference earlier this
I heard it had
month
something to do with
that the
nanotech.
will move into its second
Think of the
phase
people that could help,
trials
John.
by the end of the
No
fiscal
more
year.
years of recovery,
Critics have raised
just a clean
concerns regarding
slate.
data privacy
Yeah,
and the integration
I heard
of
it.
neural mapping.
I also
Market
heard the word
analysts
defense
remain
in their
bullish.
name.
In related
Oh,
news,
come
the
on.
Department of
Don't go
Homeland
back to the dark
Security
side already.
announced a new contract
Medical
with the
breakthroughs are a good thing. It's progress.
Progress is just a marketing term for a bigger hammer, Ava. I've seen what happens when the military-industrial complex gets a breakthrough. They don't build hospitals first. They build better ways to break people. You give a corporation that much power, and it's only a matter of time before it falls into the wrong hands.
You've been living in the mountains too long. AI isn't some world-ending monster. Right now, it's mostly just being used for entertainment. You know, making those weird online videos and turning everything into, I don't know, anime or something.
Anime. Well, I guess if the machines are too busy drawing us with big eyes and flashy hair to take over the world, we're safe for another week.
Exactly. Now, help me pick out some decent fruit.
Picking up frequencies in the sublateral band, in the low theta/high delta waves. It's faint, but it's persistent.
Pinpoint the source. Is it a civilian transmitter?
Negative. These aren't radio waves. It's a neural signature. The bioresonance is hitting the exact frequency required for the gunmetal serum trials.
Can you get a visual?
I'm on it. From this altitude, the signal is too faint and is bouncing off the canyon walls. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack made of static. I can give you a 5-mile radius, nothing more.
5 miles is enough for now. Command didn't expect to find a compatible match in the middle of nowhere.
Should we descend? If we drop to 500 feet, we can run a thermal sweep.
No, we don't want to spook the bird before the cage is built. Log the coordinates and mark this sector as priority Alpha. We'll keep monitoring the area and pinpoint who is making those kinds of brainwaves. The program won't be live for a few more years, so we have time. If there's a ghost in these hills, we'll find him.